And I totally agree with you, Professor Vishanth. It's about the job market had become global, and now the graduates, especially in South Asia, uh, having such a huge rate of unemployment, should start looking across borders. And it's not only Gulf, it's not only certain areas that we Pakistanis and especially the subcontinent people love to go there. We need to start thinking that how we can prepare our graduates for the global market, where the Europe market and whatever the country you name it, they should be able to get jobs. They should be able to start businesses. And when you have this international qualification, which it gives you an edge to apply anywhere in the world, and definitely uh, this combination that you talk about, philosophy and mindset, is also very important. That both universities have the similar philosophies. Thank you very much. I would love to hear Professor Rabeeya, the Dean FMS for the Lahore Business School, ma'am, share with us that if I'm a student from intermediate college in Pakistan, in Lahore, uh, how would I be able to benefit from this program that you have signed with Bradford?
First of all, I will totally agree with Professor Vishanth. He has already mentioned few very good sides for this agreement. That why we went into this MoU and all. The one side was to provide them with the safe pathway to enter into the UK system. A university joining hand with another institution, so that students can go directly from our system to the other system in the UK. There are also very few bright sides to this agreement also. Another very important thing, first of all, I would like to mention that we have for the moment, we are going to collaborate for 2 degree programs, apart from research collaboration and student exchange and other faculty exchanges. There are 2 degree programs. One of them is a BS in Financial Technologies.
Excellent.
And the other one is Masters in Applied Artificial Intelligence. Wow. So for the undergraduate program, it's a 3+1 twinning arrangement, where the student will be studying for 3 years here in our system at University of Lahore, and moving to Bradford for the last year of the degree program, and graduating from Bradford. So they will be having Bradford degree for this undergraduate program.
Excellent.
So the bright side to this is for those 3 years which they will be here with us, they will not be paying any extra penny, pound or dollar or whatsoever for those 3 years.
Excellent.
They will be paying the same fee of the University of Lahore here with us. So they've been so kind, they're not charging anything. So it's sort of a social work for the society that Bradford and University of Lahore have agreed together to do. So we'll be serving the society. We will not be charging any amount. As you know, that there are a lot of universities and schools and international systems who are currently operating in Pakistan, and they offer the same degree of the UK university, but they charge a hell lot of amount from the students, and the fee is in pounds. And currently, as you know, that unfortunately, Pakistani rupee is losing its financial worth day by day. It's going down in comparison to dollar and pound. So if the fee is charged here in Pakistan in either dollars or pounds, that becomes very difficult for the parents to afford. So for the first 3 years, they'll be paying the same fee here in our system. And just for 1 year, for which they go to the University of Bradford, they will pay the fee for University of Bradford. Now, if we look at the total expenditure in the UK, if a student has to stay there for 4 years, it comes out to be like, we talk in rupee terms, a crore of rupees altogether, the boarding, lodging, the tuition fee and all. So it becomes very difficult for a middle class and even upper middle class family who is residing in Pakistan to get there income in rupee, converted into dollars or pounds, and pay the fee there. So this is a very bright side to it, and I hope that more. Large number of students and their parents are going to benefit from that. Plus, the other thing that being you also associated with the academic world, and all of us are associated with the academic world, that international exposure is something that the students long for. But in their hearts and in their minds, they wish to go abroad, but due to the monetary constraints or other constraints from the families, they are not allowed to do so. And especially the girls in Pakistan, parents are so, concerned that they shouldn't go there, they shouldn't be living there alone. So in this scenario, in this arrangement, we'll be making sure that we take care of the students even in Bradford. So our teams will also be there looking after them. So I guess this kind of arrangement, it is an ideal for the student perspective and from the perspective of the parents also. We being parents know that how students suffer when they go there and they live alone. They work in different kind of like security, they opt for security jobs, they opt for other delivery jobs and all. So they work hard for their living. So since in monetary terms, this won't be much a burden for the parents. So I hope that they will be able to send their children through this system.
Excellent, excellent. So I'm listening to you, and I'm so amazed that student will study 3 years in the Lahore Business School, and the last 1 year they go over to UK and they get a University of Bradford UK degree. Wow. And that saves lots of money for the parents, those who are looking for a global qualification, international qualification. It's wonderful. So it will save money, and not only that, and you wonderfully have stated that the learning from the both cultures. They spend 3 years over here, and make sure that they understand the requirement to study in a different culture. Because sometimes parents do feel excited to send their kids right after intermediates go to UK, and students, they struggle because the age factor, the maturity level. So it's a wonderful, I would say, as a parent, if I would look at it, that my daughter and my son will study 3 years over here under the umbrella of LBS and Bradford University co-created program. And then when they have to achieve that maturity level and understanding, and I believe you are going to prepare them over here how to adjust into the UK culture. Is it so?
Yes, it is. Bradford is a system I've always idealized. They're the oldest one for business and management in the UK. So when we were trying to launch the new degree programs with this AI and analytics blend, so we benchmarked Bradford. And we, upon our first visit to Bradford, I told Professor Vishanth that without your permission, we've been looking at your programs. So they were kind enough that next time we went for the MoU, they accepted the whole of our mapping, and the whole program was accepted like that. So the student will definitely be studying for 3 years here and for only 1 year, and the degree will be awarded by Bradford.
And 3 years to pay in Pak rupees.
Yeah, 3 years in Pak rupees.
Excellent.
The same fee that we are charging at University of Lahore at the moment. They will be paying the same fee in Pak rupees, not in pounds.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
And for the other program, that is the MS in Applied Artificial Intelligence, it's 6 months plus 1 year program that the student will be here for 6 months with us, and after that they'll be moving for 1 year to Bradford. So during those 3 years of undergrad and 6 months for the master's program, we'll be trying with their teams to make the student understand the culture, the delivery of curriculum.
I come to you, Professor Kamran, but just wanted to understand, ma'am, because we have seen in the market there are numerous consultants, there are people, those who are basically into this business, that sending people over to UK and all the countries. I personally have seen cases in my family that how those students are being guided and counseled just because of their businesses. Majority of the consultants, uh, uh, I believe they focus on their portion of money, forgetting about the career, cultural understanding, making sure that the boy and the girl who will travel to UK, will they be able to be successful or not, where they will get the job, how the future like, because primarily majority of these consultants unfortunately are not from academic background. And I'm so amazed, I'm so happy that here we have two top universities professors sitting here are coming to this consensus that let us decide about a system to guide students, those who have the vision to study across abroad, and they have this will that they want to go over to UK and study. You will provide, I believe, a wonderful platform to those people without having having any short-term objectives, because LBS is an institution, University of Bradford is an institution. They are not going to go anywhere. We are not like the small shop lot consultants where they are sending people overseas. I would love if you can share your opinion that when a student go to a consultant, what sort of circumstances they go through, and when it's come to these both institutions joining hands together without any hidden objective, focusing on providing global qualification, what would be the difference between a consultant and a university, Bradford and LBS platform?
Kamran, would you like to answer this question? I think you'll be in a better position.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really, really good observation. And being a program leader myself, we often do see this situation that by the time a student has come out of his shell, being more confident in class, improving the marks, making friends, it's almost time
is up. Yes,
time is up.
Yes.
You know what I mean. So, and one of the things that we've really tried to focus on in this partnership is within those 6 months when they are at Lahore and doing kind of essentially a pre-masters. They are getting guidance. The faculty members are getting guidance from us. These are the areas where we feel international students, particularly from Pakistan, excel in. But these are areas that they need to improve in. Can you please prepare the ideal student so when he or she arrives to Bradford, they are climatized, they know what the expectations are, and they're not spending months trying to understand and figure this out.
Exactly.
Another thing that was coming to my mind, that is, yes, okay, done. Students spend 3 years in business school with undergrad degree, 1 year in Bradford. They got a degree from University of Bradford. It's a wonderful thing, cost effective, focus on career, providing support, exceptional support from the both institutions. What next? I have done my degree from Bradford. So what is next for me in it? Kamran, I would love if you can.
Next is the PSW,
Is
right?
it?
Absolutely.
After staying for 1 year, whole 1 year in the UK, the UK government allows the students to apply for PSW. And I guess both of you, my friends, know what, more than me, you understand what PSW is all about.
Yes, I think it would be wonderful. The PSW
Professor
stands
Vishanth.
for what?
Yeah, Vishanth, it'd be good for you to come in here.
That's one of the attractive propositions, I guess, for overseas international students. Now, remember, even European students are international because we are no longer in Europe, right?
Yeah.
So
True.
all students that are outside of the UK are international. And what the government is trying to do is to attract talent into the UK through the PSW scheme, and also from one side allowing the students the opportunity to experience make use of their studies to get valuable experience. They may remain in the UK, they may go elsewhere in the world, come back to their countries. So it's a wonderful system where students are given the opportunity when they graduate and to get that experience if they need to, but at the same time then contributing to the UK economy. But one point is really important, Kamran, I think here, because this is where I think we excel at Bradford, is that industry-focused programs, because graduate market is quite tough because there are thousands of graduates graduating in the UK every year. So doing the right programs is really important. This is what we are focusing on in this partnership: is analytics, AI, which are the big skills demands at the moment, Kamran, isn't it?
No, definitely.
Into the market,
Exactly.
Linking to the market, and I think what's very important for us to also understand is when the students will be applying for jobs, we want them to be in a position where they are ready with the skills that the market requires and needs, and not just the skills of today. And it's very important to think of the skills of the future. And I think one of the examples that Vishanth made earlier about having those relevant programs and those timely programs, I think that's where the synergy between the University of Bradford and the University of Lahore, really came about, because we had the vision of ensuring that even in your most traditional discipline areas, there's a thread of digital, there's a thread of technology. And similar to you guys, you had that same ethos and focus of actually in a data-driven world, how can a traditional degree now stay relevant in these times? And another point I want to make is, for the students, this is that often students will do a degree but still not really be clear on what it is they want to do after the degree. I was the same. As I said earlier, I would say I was an accidental academic in the fact that I didn't think after my undergrad I would be in the university. And here I am. So this partnership really helps give gives the students those pathways to a career progression. So, for example, the student is doing the financial technology degree, 3 years in Lahore. They come and do a final year with us in our finance and business analytics degree. So now they're already gaining broader skill sets. And I often give the example of you're driving on the highway with your car, and you have your lights on. And your lights you are able to just see in front of you. But when you turn the beam on, it opens up the way. It expands the horizon. So by them coming to our degree program, they are on the journey. We're not taking them off the journey, but what we are doing is we are actually opening up avenues for them to see actually there's maybe a slip road this way. There's a slip road that way, rather than them going in reverse. And what do I mean by that? That means the skills they are gaining, they can do a MSc with us. We have a financial technology MSc, which is a very popular degree. They could go on and do our MSc Applied AI course. So there's a natural progression from undergrad through to MSc, if that's what they want to do. And of course, even through to PhD. And similarly with employment, because they would be doing a degree with the skills that are relevant today.